Hello, audience, and welcome to another episode of Have You Seen It? I am opening the show for you this evening because I have no review, but my co-host Charles does. Hello,
Hey,
co-host.
how you doing?
I'm good.
Wonderful day in the neighborhood.
Yes, it is.
Now, before we came on, audience, right? Denise was a little bit miffed with me because we were talking about me and the director talking about work, and she didn't want to hear about no work. So I'm going to review. I think I'm just going to recommend it.
You're going to recommend? Okay, so
recommend
Charles is going to recommend today. I'm going to be silent. Take it away.
So my recommendation is Fresh, and it's starring Daisy Edgar Jones, Sebastian Stans, and Janika Gibbs.
Okay.
So Noda, played by Daisy Edgar Jones, she is having no luck on online dating, none whatsoever. And her friend Monica is encouraging her, hey, just hang in there, stay out there and keep dating. Mm-hmm. Something's gonna happen, right? And she's like, you know what? I just like to do it one time. I just like to meet a guy the old-fashioned way. So she's in the grocery store late at night, and she meets Steven, played by Sebastian Stans. And they started talking. They started talking about fruit. He was so funny. She's looking at him, she's like, man, he's hot. And they hit it off, right? So before he leaves, he gets her telephone number, but he turns around and say, hey, look at this. I'm not going to call you because that just would be weird if I do that. But 2 days later, he does call her. They go on a date. They have a great time. They had a fantastic time. And Monica comes back and asks Noda, he said, what do you know about this guy? And well, she said, let's look him up on social media, right? She's like, he doesn't have a social media presence. She's like, you better watch out for that guy. That guy, that's not right during this time. And so she goes out with him on a second date.
Right.
And they have another great time. So he asked her, hey, would you like to go to my house in the mountains? And she says, absolutely, I want to go. And Monica tells her, girl, you just met this guy. Do not go with him out in the woods. So she goes up there, and they have a drink, and she passes out. She wakes up and she says, Steven, hey, I am so sorry. I don't know what came over me. And she said, well, you know what came over you is that I drugged you. And I don't want you to freak out. And she looks down and she sees herself chained up. And she's like, what the heck is going on here? And he tells her, hey, if you be a good girl, I'm going to let you live for a little while.
Okay.
I found myself enjoying this weirdly strange and crazy movie.
Okay.
Right? And I'm going to strongly recommend this Hulu original, Fresh.
All right, who is your nailed it?
So my nailed it this week is Vin Diesel as Ray Garrison in Bloodshot. He's a guy that actually got brought back from the dead by nanotechnology. What I liked about this movie is that it's just usual banging up, killing movie. But, you know, in this movie, he showed a little bit of depth in this movie. So my nailed it is Vin Diesel as Ray Garrison in Bloodshot.
All right, thank you. Okay, folks, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And we are available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in, Have You Seen It? With Charles and Denise, and there we will be. And as you are listening to that podcast, please give us that 5-star rating.
Audience, thank you very much for joining us for another episode of Have You Seen It? I am Charles, and I'm with my lovely co-host Denise, and we are out.
Bye-bye.